So I'm going to talk about a 24-year-old female patient who presented with an 18-month history of fatigue, weight loss, exanthema, fever, palpitations. However, she didn't have any respiratory symptoms like dyspnea, orthopnea, or any chest pain. And she had these chronic symptoms. 18 months is a pretty long time. She had these symptoms for more than a year. And then she also had tachycardia. And her labs showed increased acute phase reactants, which means increased ESR and CRP. And so, since considering her age and considering her symptoms of 18 months, we thought it could be some it is a chronic condition. So, to rule out any vasculitis, we performed hematological antibodies testing, and that revealed negative ANCA, ANA, and rheumatoid factor. So, we could rule out SLE, Wegener's myelomatosis, and other conditions. However, considering her age, look, she's just 24 and her chronic symptoms. Then we went for MR angiography, which revealed multiple renovisceral aneurysms. Okay, what clicks in your mind by seeing this aneurysms in the renal? As well as CT angiography also showed aneurysms of coronary arteries. I think something has come to your mind, like aneurysms and her chronic symptoms, her age, and she doesn't have respiratory symptoms. What do you think, guys? This is think. She's a she's a middle-aged woman, and see she has coronary aneurysms. You can see in the MR angiography. What is the diagnosis, guys? Yes, it is polyarteritis nodosa. It is what? It is a medium-sized vessel vasculitis. It occurs in young adults. Basically, it occurs at bifurcations, and you will have negative antibodies. Like I mentioned earlier, no ANCA positive, not even ANA positive. And it involves vessels bifurcations. And it does not involve small, it is a medium vessel vasculitis. So the pathophysiology basically is it is inflammation of the intima. What is intima? It is the innermost layer of the blood vessel wall. Intima and then media and the tunica externa. So you'll have the involvement of the entire wall. And the most important thing is it is fibrinoid necrosis. You must be aware of fibrinoid, caseating, liquefactive necrosis. So this one is fibrinoid necrosis. And guys, you will have in the acute stages, you will have neutrophilic infiltrate. Then you will have subacute and chronic stages. So you see polymorphonuclear neutrophils in horn histopathological examination. And the more important thing is that it involves your entire body. It's a chronic condition. So it's a chronic vasculitis. It involves vessels of your entire body. So it may affect your kidneys, your skins, your joints, your muscles, your nerves, your GIT. However, the most important thing by which you can differentiate this vasculitis from others is that polyarteritis nodosa spares the lungs. This is very important in solving your questions, or anyway, just remember that if lungs are spared and you have symptoms of vasculitis, then it is polyarteritis nodosa. And a very important association of polyarteritis nodosa is that it is associated with hepatitis B, C, and hairy cell leukemia. Guys, whenever a middle-aged person comes with this, we perform Hep B and Hep C serology for sure, because these infections leads to formation of antibodies and then immune complexes, and then the cytokines are involved, and that will lead to vasculitis, inflammation, and all those symptoms later on. Okay, now you can see how inflammation is happening and the vessels are becoming weak. Aneurysm is basically the ballooning of the blood vessel wall. You can see it got weakened and it just went out. It's a bubble. Ballooning. Then narrowing happens because you have all inflammation and necrosis going on. Then it goes into the chronic stage, and that will lead to narrowing. Finally, it leads to occlusion. See, if this blood vessel is supplying any a heart or kidney, the blood supply is like completely stopped, right? So there will lead to infarction. Here it can lead to ischemia because it's just narrowing. The blood supply is decreased a little bit, but here it's completely stopped. So that is why you'll have pain and symptoms of ischemia and infarction of any organ. I hope I made it clear. Okay, let's move on. So let's talk about clinical manifestations. So clinical manifestations are basically vague symptoms like fever, weight loss, malaise, and kidneys involved that will lead to hypertension and renal insufficiency. Why renal insufficiency? Because the blood supply is decreased. Okay, so that will lead to what? RAS will get activated. RAS gets activated, that will lead to hypertension. So it goes on that way. Then even heart failure, because like I said, it will lead to MI because the vessel is getting occluded. If it is getting occluded, blood supply is reduced. That will lead to MI, heart failure. Okay, but remember, it does not involve the lung. See the histopathological examination, you can see all neutrophils and the involvement of all the layers. Even here, you can see transmural fibrinoid necrosis. It's a great picture. You can see complications of vasculitis, love hemorrhages, splinter hemorrhages. Yeah, and this is CT-MR angiography. You can see all aneurysms. It's a hallmark. And it's a multi-system involvement, right? All the organs are involved, like you can see. So let's go on to lab investigations. So guys, there is no specific test or no specific antibody which is positive in polyarthritis nodosa. So basically, WBCs are elevated, ESR, CRP is elevated because it's a chronic condition, chronic inflammation. It will also lead to anemia of chronic disease. We are aware of this, the ferritin, the hepcidin mechanism. And whenever a patient comes, you do Hep B and Hep C serology. Now, guys, let's move on to the treatment part. Since it's a vasculitis and it's an autoimmune, like it's an immunological condition, you give them immunosuppressants like prednisone, cyclophosphamide, and it involves multidisciplinary care because it involves kidneys, it involves your heart. So basically, you manage it that way. Finally, if the patient is Hep B positive, you give them antiviral therapy. And that's how you treat the patient. I hope I made it clear. Now, I would like to summarize what I just said. So, polyarteritis nodosa is a medium-sized vessel vasculitis. It is seen in middle-aged people, more commonly in young males than females. And it spares lungs. It involves your entire body, vessels of your entire body except your lungs. And you will have fibrinoid necrosis and transmural inflammation of the vessels. So you see neutrophils in the layers of your vessel wall. And when you do CT or MR angiography, you see aneurysms as well. And finally, the treatment part is that you give immunosuppressants and it involves multidisciplinary care. And the lab part, which I missed, in lab investigations, you see increased ESR CRP. There is no specific lab test. I hope I made it clear. Guys, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you.